She slapped my autistic nephew and mocked him as a burden. So I smashed her face into the HOA sign she worshipped and burned her empire to ash. She thought her title made her invincible, but that day, all she ruled was the blood on the pavement and a neighborhood's silent rebellion. This all started on what should have been a quiet afternoon. After a decade in the Marines, I'd come to stay with my sister and her son, hoping to find some peace. I wasn't expecting a war in a gated community, but that's what I got. My nephew, Tim, 9 years old and autistic, was my anchor. Quiet, kind, with a mind that saw the world in patterns, swirls in the dirt, branches in the wind. He didn't talk much, but his drawings spoke volumes. The world wasn't built for kids like Tim, especially not in Crestwood Estates, a place of polished lawns and venomous smiles, ruled by Linda Hensley, a peroxide blonde dictator with a clipboard for a throne and the HOA charter as her gospel. Linda didn't enforce rules, she wielded them like a blade. Grass too high? Fine. Kid laughing too loud? Citation. If cruelty wore lipstick and a power suit, it lived in Unit 7B. The first time I saw her, she glared at Tim for stepping on the edge of the community trail's grass. He was just humming, lost in his world. She muttered loud enough for me to hear, "These kids don't belong here." I stared her down. She smirked, a predator's warning. The neighborhood bowed to her. I didn't. She'd learn that soon enough. Tim loved the park. It was his sanctuary, no judgment, just trees and soil to trace his spirals. That day, he crouched under an oak, sketching and ascending with a stick. I was nearby, sipping coffee, scanning the horizon like always. Then I saw her, Linda, storming down the path in a crimson blazer, clipboard clutched like a guillotine. She wasn't walking, she was hunting. Her eyes locked on Tim. "This isn't your playground," she shrieked. "You can't deface HOA property." Tim froze, stick in hand, confused. He couldn't speak, not when scared. Linda snatched his stick, snapped it, and barked. "What's wrong with you? Are you mute or just a spoiled brat?" I stood, coffee spilling, rage boiling. Before I could reach them, she slapped T hard. The crack echoed. He fell, curling into himself, rocking, hands over his ears. Something snapped in me. I charged. Linda turned, her smug grin faltering. "Touch him again," I growled, "and you won't walk out of here." She scoffed. "You think I'm scared of some washed-up soldier?" That kid broke the rules. I disciplined him. My fists clenched. That wasn't discipline. That was assault. And now it's war. I knelt by Tim, whispering, "You're safe." But inside, I was on fire. Linda had crossed a line, and I'd burn her world down. The park went silent. Tim trembled beside me. Linda brushed her sleeve, voice slicing the air. "You think your broken kid gets a pass?" She spat. "This is a respectable community, not a freak show." A mother gasped. A father stood but said nothing. Cowards, all of them, tamed by Linda's fines and threats. But I wasn't them. I stood, voice low, lethal. "You just made the worst mistake of your life." She smirked. "What, you'll hit a woman in public?" I stepped closer. "You hit a child. Don't play victim now." Her chin lifted. "I'm the HOA president. I'll sue you to dust." I moved fast. My backhand cracked across her face, sending her crashing into the HOA sign, "Respect, Order, Peace." Her clipboard fell, sunglasses shattered. She hit the ground, blood dripping from her nose. Gasps erupted. Linda groaned, crawling, clutching her jaw. "You're dead," she hissed. "I'll have you arrested." I crouched. "Let's talk about the kids you've hit before. The illegal listening devices are on the benches. The HOA funds you funneled to your sister's fake company." Her face paled. "You don't know me," she stammered. "Oh, I do," I said. "You're a bully in heels. And your empire's crumbling." The crowd stirred. Someone clapped. Then another. Soon, the park echoed with applause, not loud, but enough. Linda's reign was cracking. She didn't press charges. She couldn't. A neighbor's porch camera caught everything: Linda's slap, her venomous words. Cops came, watched the footage, and left shaking their heads. That night, I edited the video, added captions, and sent it to neighbors and the HOA board. By morning, my inbox was flooded. Mrs. Chin shared how Linda fined her for her son's chalk drawings. Mr. Lopez told of eviction threats over a flag. Parents reported anonymous complaints about kids' laughter. Linda's HOA wasn't about rules, it was her kingdom of fear. I dug deeper, finding $15,000 in HOA funds paid to a ghost landscaping company linked to Linda's sister. I sent it all, video, financials, testimonies, to police, an ADA group, and a lawyer. Linda fought back, emailing lies about a violent outsider, and slapping me with fake fines, $800 for threatening behavior, citations for soil disturbance. She even trashed Tim's drawings, stuffing them with HOA flyers. That was her final mistake. I rallied the neighbors. At court, Linda strutted in, crimson blazer blazing, but her lawyer was cheap, her board half gone. She hissed, "You'll regret this circus." I smiled. "This isn't a circus. It's justice." I presented the binder, fake invoices, signed checks, the video of Linda slapping Tim, tearing up kids' art, and threatening residents. The courtroom shifted. Murmurs grew. The judge leaned forward. Neighbors testified, fines for decorations, threats over kids' noise. Linda crumbled, whispering to her lawyer, hands shaking. The judge spoke. "Mess. Hensley, your actions were cruel and deliberate. I'm ordering an audit and investigation." Linda leapt up. "This is a vendetta." I stepped forward. "No. It's justice. And it's just starting." 3 days later, the HOA board ousted her. The newspaper headline screamed, "HOA tyrant removed amid fraud, abuse claims." Her photo, mid-range, blazer glaring, sparked a flood of comments. Residents exposed her tactics. County officers served her summons and warrants. She stood in her doorway, robe clutched, barking. "I built this place." I replied. "You built nothing. Just fear. And it's collapsing." The new board apologized, scrapped her rules, and added transparency mandates. Tim handed me a drawing, a park, a house, a broken red crown. "Better without her," I said. He smiled. Courtroom B was packed, parents, kids, even the janitor, all there to see Linda fall. She sat, no blazer, just an ill-fitting suit, avoiding my gaze. Charges rang out: assault, discrimination, fraud, illegal surveillance. Her lawyer's excuses, stress, no malice, crumbled. I stood. "No malice?" She slapped a child, fined a mom for a party, and called a drawing vandalism. She fed off this community's silence. The judge's gavel slammed. Enough. The verdict: $1.2 million in restitution, a lifetime HOA ban, 600 hours of community service. Linda sank, clutching the table. The judge nodded at me. "Justice requires courage. You brought it." Outside, I walked with Tim. "Is she gone?" he asked. "Yeah," I said. "For good." The park felt different. No clipboards, just kids laughing. A new sign replaced the HOA's, "Kindness is power." Tim drew in the sandbox, unbothered. A van pulled up. Linda emerged in an orange vest, trash picker in hand, pride gone. "Funny," I said. "You tried to own this place. Now you clean it." She grabbed a wrapper, shame etched on her face. A kid's bubble popped on her cheek. She flinched. Tim held up a drawing, a park, a sun, a heart. "Home now," he said. And it was. This wasn't just Linda's fall, it was a warning. Tyranny hides behind titles, fines, and fake smiles. It thrives when people stay silent. But Tim's silence sparked a fire. A community rose. Fear met truth and action. Protect the vulnerable. Speak when others won't. Fight with courage, not hate. Linda lost her throne. We reclaimed our home. What do you think? Have you faced a bully like Linda? Would you have struck back or played it differently? What does kindness is power mean to you? Share your thoughts below. Let's debate the line between justice and vengeance. Like if this hit hard, subscribe for more raw truth, and turn on notifications. Let's keep this fire burning.